All right, boys. You guys put on a show for us today. And I've been following rock crawling for a very long time and never been able to like really see them in competition form. I've seen them out at Sand Hollow and at King of the Hammers and all that stuff running around. But to see what your guys' cars can actually do is impressive. Me and Chase were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
It seems that these cars almost drive themselves, right? You know,
They would seem that
they
way.
just drive right up these walls like it's no big deal. And
You know, you got all the fancy stuff on it. You got every lever you could think of. You don't even have to do anything. You just sit
That's
there.
what I heard. You're
and it
just sitting there.
Goes wherever you want.
it's almost like a Tesla. It's got self-driving.
Yeah.
Self-driving. First of all, you say you guys. Who are these guys? Let's give an introduction.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to just, give it an open introduction.
A little opener.
Yeah. You're going to
Ease into it.
I'm going to butcher it, but I want to make sure I got it right because it's Melchner, right?
That's it, Melchner.
Okay. I just
You
want to
got
make sure I got it.
Beautiful.
Charlie Melchner. And both Charlie.
Yeah,
Yes.
Charlie. And
Charlie
Charlie.
Senior. Is it senior, junior?
You could say that.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Or
my
is it-
pop is
there's
still
more?
alive. There's more Charlies.
There's
There's
more? That's what I
another
was gonna
Charlie.
ask.
My dad.
There's four.
Okay.
But most people consider us senior and junior, yeah, or little Charlie and big Charlie.
Okay. Senior and junior. Got it. And let's just go right down the rabbit hole. Where are you guys from?
New York.
New York.
We're about an hour north of the city.
Okay. So it's kind of not a lot of rocks for rock crawling in New York, guys.
There's nothing there really. We
Well,
do
besides
the
our
old-
backyard.
Well, yeah, we do
We
the
built
old,
our own rock course in our backyard.
That's perfect.
If people are they're digging, they're working on some places, we just go, oh, you got a big truckload full of boulders? Just bring them to our house. Just dump them in the back there.
We do.
Right, like, what
that's
do you
great.
want all these for?
Yeah.
Is bring the big trailer right back down. Yeah.
That's sweet there. You built your own rock course in the backyard. I mean, there's only one way to get better at rock crawling, right? And that's wheel time. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much everything.
seat time.
Seat
Yeah,
time,
you got
getting
it.
in the car and driving and learning all the tricks of the trade. But so how many generations of rock crawling? I mean, Dad, obviously, you've been crawling for years. I mean, we talked earlier and you were kind of giving me a little bit of the rundown.
Yeah, I went to Top Truck Challenge in '99, and I competed in that, and it was a lot of fun. And then I saw the Scorpion when I was there.
Yeah.
And I came home and built the tube car myself, and I started playing with that. And I did ARCA in 2001 with my tube car, and slowly started, I was building my own stuff back then. I had no business doing it, but I was just trying and playing around doing that. And I did it for a long time still, on and off through the years, and a lot of wreck wheeling and stuff. And then Charlie was 3, and I had him on a quad when he was 3 and riding. And then maybe 6, he started driving a 2-seat little car that we had, and I would sit in the passenger seat and hold the handbrake. And I had big pedal extensions that I'd bolt onto the pedals, and he would sit in the seat and he could push the pedals, and I could use the handbrake if we needed a little more, and I would let him drive.
I mean, it started off as me just on his lap steering the wheel for a while.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I'd get a trailer or two in with our friends out in Pennsylvania is where the closest place really is for us to go wheeling. New Hampshire is about the same, but we never went there as much. We had a bunch of friends in Pennsylvania we would go out with. So I remember going out with our buddy Todd and Cam and a bunch of those guys, and it was always so much fun to watch them do what they do, and now being able to do what they're doing and go out with them is just really awesome.
Well, I think you're understating it, dude. Be able to do what they do. You're doing it top level. You're doing it all the way.
I'm doing my best.
I mean, you guys, as of right now, you're standing for second for this weekend, right? You're in second place right now?
And I'm just running around pointing at stuff and doing things. He's really
Oh, come
driving
on.
the
You guys
car.
are giving it way too much. You're taking all the credit away. I think it's a real tough sport after seeing what we saw today. Like it's a team effort.
It is. I think a lot of it too is a balance. Charlie and I are struggling right now to not fight and argue because we're both bullheaded and difficult. And when you're so a lot of times I'm trying to tell him what I want him to do, and he's like, I know how to do that. I'm like, yeah, I know you know, but I'm trying to tell you what I see. And then sometimes I try to step back and be like quiet a little bit and like, hey, I'm just gonna let you do that. He's like, no, help me. And like we're both trying to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
But I gotta let him drive. But at the same time, I have to be there to watch a cone or tell him I see the car's doing something or we're running out of time. So we're really working hard on that right now. That's been a struggle for us. And trying to, keep in mind that we're supposed to be having fun.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of fun, but there are moments when things go wrong where you wonder, why are we doing this? We could be trail riding and just having a great time doing that, but we're beating our head against the wall trying to get this close to a cone without backing up or anything. It's like, move 3 inches to the right, you drive right up that, but you can't because there's a cone there.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the competition side of it. We all we all want to compete. If it wasn't rock crawling, I'm sure you'd find another. I'm sure you'd find another avenue. Somebody, so you're gonna find it. Yeah. I know I do. I know I do. Happens, if I get rid of one hobby that's costing me a bunch of money, I just roll right into the next one.
No breaks.
Yeah. There's no way around it. Yeah. I think it's built into some people. The competition side of it is tough, especially for me. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, but when you go somewhere and you're watching a motorsport, any motorsport, for me particularly, and I'm like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
And obviously probably not. You're going to crash it, but you want but it's that competition side, you're like, oh, that'd be cool. I could do that. I watched you guys, I was watching you guys there. I'm like, I think I need one of these.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you really messed up by letting him get in that car, because he got out of that car saying, Daddy won.
Just, I fully support bad decisions like that. So if you need a talking off a ledge, like I shouldn't do that, don't call me.
Okay.
Right? If you want to be convinced of why it's good to spend the money on ridiculous stuff, I'm your guy.
Perfect.
Right? I'll write you a note that says it's okay. I'll do whatever it takes to help you spend
I love
money.
having bad influence friends. We'd like to take a quick break from the podcast to tell you guys about CT Raceworks. And I love CT Raceworks. I use it on all my race cars, including the drift truck. And the drift truck hit the wall twice today because of Chase. And it's still not broke. And we have more time to go out and ride and have fun. And you can too. Go on to ctraceworks.com. And upon checkout, put in the Our Day Off discount code, which will get you 5% off. And you might say to me, that's not enough, Matt. And I'll say, you're going to buy them anyway. Okay? Use the code, get a discount, and have some fun with your new CT Raceworks parts. And don't break your buggy. Back to the show. That's how all my friends are, though.
Yeah.
I have no shortage of that, which is the problem.
But that's how it stays fun and interesting.
Yeah.
That's true. And so fun and interesting is literally the epitome of what you guys are doing out there, because those cars, they don't seem real.
Yeah.
They have so many features. You have portal axles. So if anybody doesn't know what a portal is, you just got a ton of ground clearance. It has the gearbox on the outside.
Sure, gear reduction hubs by Dempsey Haynes.
Gives you more clearance.
Yeah.
You got 4-wheel steer.
Mm-hmm.
You've got cutting brakes, so you can cut front and rear.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sure there's more. I'm missing some. Some guys have suspension that lifts up and down.
I have that. The hydraulic shocks, they can go up and down.
Dude,
so if I'm bellied out on something, I just jack it up and I'm like, oh wait, you can just drive over this.
That's so
Dude,
crazy.
it more reminds me of Willy Wonka. With all the levers and stuff. I don't know how you guys are driving that, and you're like, I got a steering wheel and this lever and this lever and this lever, and you got like so many different things to keep track of. How do you do that?
It gets natural, right?
It becomes second nature. It's kind of just, you don't even need to look 90% of the time at it. It's kind of just, where everything is, you get comfortable enough in it. A new car, like I'll drive my dad's car, which I've driven twice maybe, and I look around like, where is this? Is this backwards from this? Or I'll get a new car, my old car to my new car. Everything was backwards. The transfer case shifting was backwards. The transmission shifting was backwards. It was all backwards. So it was a real getting used to. I had to look a little bit on that. I had it marked and I'd read the labels and be like, okay, I'm doing it right this time. But I have enough time in it where I just don't even need to look. I know where everything is. I know where my arm sits comfortably. It becomes part of you almost, as stupid as it seems.
Yeah. I think that's with any sport too. Dirt biking, people are like, how do you even do that? I'm like, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah, I just do it.
There's I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And then like to try to explain a wheelie to someone.
Yeah.
It'd be like you trying to explain to me, I'm going to hop in your portal or your comp car and go ahead.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, I don't even start this thing. It looks like you just climbed into a space
His car doesn't
shuttle.
even have park. So people are always like, what do I do now? You're like, well, you got to park it so it's not going to roll away.
You got to either run it into a tree or you have 4-wheel steer, so you turn them against each other so it can't roll into itself. So just
wild.
It's a bit working at it.
So it's probably the easiest way to explain it would be, you know how when you start playing a video game, you're terrible at it, and you don't even know the buttons, and then after time, you're just not even thinking about it anymore. Yeah. It's the same situation, right?
I'm still terrible at video games. I don't even try.
Well, you don't have to be.
I just
got rock crawlers.
Well, we used to play like the racing video games on my Xbox and stuff when I was little.
And I sucked on them back then, and I still do.
Still suck now.
Now that.
That's okay.
Not good with that. I'm good when I'm in the seat and the pedals, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between what is the difference between the classes? Because that's one thing I haven't quite figured out completely yet. Because so you guys are like in an unlimited class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's the top.
Anything
Top
and
tier.
everything could enter in that.
Gotcha. So could any car, so like an Ultra 4 car could just enter in your class if they wanted to?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're never going to make it because they can't turn nearly as tight.
Right.
You know, there's zero turning radius with those, but
It would be awesome to watch. I think someone should do it.
I agree. Well,
That'd be
I'm listening.
I support this decision.
I'm listening.
This is amazing.
Yeah. High horsepower and tire and smoke.
I love it.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
There was some smoke out there today, but what are the difference of the classes? Because everyone knows unlimited. What else is there?
So there are quite a few classes in WEROCK, and they range from almost an everyday locked up close to stock vehicle with cages and bare minimum to get someone in the sport. WEROCK really caters to trying to bring people through the stages to learn, and young adults and kids learning how to do it can do it as well. And as well as people who see it and get excited and competitive and want to take their everyday Jeep and ruin it, they do it, which is a great idea. I support that for anybody thinking about going into WEROCK with your regular Jeep. Just go ruin it. It's a perfect idea. You'll love it. You'll
I'll
have
be
the
there to
most fun
film.
wrecking something really nice you can't even imagine. But they have all these, like, there's like I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember all the names of them
And
exactly.
I know
but there's like
there's-
modified, and because it used to be back in the day, it was like they had stock, modified, and super modified. They had now they've got, like, the big class right now is Pro Trail. It's like 14 guys out there, and they're like real 2-seat trail.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like
And
my car that you drove.
Mm-hmm.
That would be in that Pro Trail class.
It is cars that are up to as capable as our cars, but a certain chassis width is allowed,
Yeah.
and you have to have 2 seats in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Side by side on the same plane.
One of our Team Indiana buddies, Jeff Martin, he's here and he brought his
Iron Man car.
Iron Man car.
And the moon. But Jeff bought my last 2-seat car. He bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Nice
Jeff's
guy.
Jeff's awesome.
Nice.
I love
super
Jeff.
nice guy. Yeah.
And he showed up with that thing and I was like, "Jeff, I didn't
So-
even know you had this."
so
he's
his,
like,
his car that he drove is the same car as my car. That car that you drove?
Yeah.
His car is the exact same car, except my car has 2 seats now. It was just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when Jeff bought my 2-seater, I told him I bought an Iron Man car. He's like, "Why didn't I buy an Iron Man car?" I'm
That's
like,
funny.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So he went and got one.
That's so cool.
Big
That's-
Charlie, put that microphone inside your mouth, dude. I want to hear that.
geez,
New York
easy,
accent.
easy.
Oh, that's
All
much
right.
better.
How's that,
I wasn't
right?
paying
There.
attention to us.
Oh my
You got it.
goodness.
You got it.
I love that. How's come you have such a thick accent, but he doesn't?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nowadays, I feel like when you go to school and all that stuff, everyone's kind of just from a lot of different places and everyone talks different and everyone's around a different crowd. And I've been going across the country I've been going out to California to King of the Hammers for like 8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going across the country and I hear a little bit of all of it. And I think I kind of just mix it all in. Everyone always asks
But
that.
if you
They're
piss
like,
them off, you'll hear the New York come out real fast.
Do me a favor. Say, park the car in the Harvard yard.
Park the car in the Harvard yard.
Oh, you're supposed to say it like a New Yorker.
No, I don't. I can't. I can't change it any more than that. That's
Mom's
it.
got
I'm
it
not
pretty
good.
good.
I don't have the voices like that.
Mom's got a good New York
Yeah.
accent with certain words she says and stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you just saying?
coffee, coffee.
Yeah, she says it like that.
Give me a cup of
it is
coffee.
interesting how the dialect changes throughout
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah, and you don't even have to really go that far.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Even like Kentucky.
Kentucky,
You go
yeah,
to Kentucky from here, which is a
But
few
you-
hours.
The words that are used. I used to have a little book that I would bring all over with me, and it was called the Southern Dictionary. And it had words like y'all or which did you. Like, did you bring your screwdriver? Which did you?
Which it is. Yeah.
I mean, it had like all these redneck words we would joke around about. And I used to bring it with me. We'd go to rock crawling events and someone would be talking. I'd be like, hold on a second here. I'd open up the book, it was a big joke all the time.
Yeah.
But that's what I see. The accents, yeah, you can tell. But the difference I always say is the things that people say when they're talking about stuff.
Sure.
It's like ordering a hoagie or a wedge or a sub,
Right.
depending on where you are.
A soda.
Yeah, or a liter of cola.
Yeah.
Liter of cola. Liter of
Is
cola.
there any spit in it?
It's for a cop.
Super Troopers. I love the Super Troopers reference.
Yeah.
I didn't really notice your accent, honestly, when I first started talking to you. I didn't really pay any attention to it.
That's
I
you
don't
were in
think
awe
it's-
just seeing us. That's what happens.
No, it was the
Mhm.
buggy. I'm not going to give you the credit. I'm not going to
I'll
give you the
take
credit.
it. The Iron Man card does it, people. I tell you.
I will say it is impressive.
Yeah.
I've never drove anything like that, and I just had it in 2-wheel drive and was just putting
Yeah.
around. I wasn't doing anything crazy.
it's I told you, as soon as you hit the start button and you just smile, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I
Dude,
think that's with any
when we
motorsport.
when we were pulling out and you guys were doing the donuts.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
had your rear steer just chalked to the right.
Yeah.
And you're doing a donut with the rear steer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
It's fun. You know, I mean, it's a good time, you know, I mean, zipping around and having fun.
I can't believe the car has that much pep for a rock crawler. You wouldn't really think that that's going to do donuts like
That's
that.
why I had my friend Kenny Bloom drive it, and then when you drove it, and then Kyle drove it, because they were all old school rock crawlers with me for, you know, from 20, 30 years ago, and we weren't used to that. It was like low range, you would creep around and, you know, crawl through stuff, and then high range, it was like it would rev up. It wouldn't be real, you know, it wouldn't be nice to drive. You know,
Right.
It wasn't fun. But you drive that now, and it's like it's just fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a good time. I saw Kyle whipping up around and, you know, going through stuff, and he was doing donuts. And he's like, I can't believe this is a rock crawler. I'm like, I know. I can't believe it either. And I own it. I was like, that's because of, like, you know, like these guys over there, that's all they have now is 2-3 EcoBoosts. And they're like, yeah, these are the best. You know, I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and sell everything I own so I can have one with that motor in it. You know?
Listen, every sport, it doesn't matter what you do, you will find a way to spend the most amount of money possible.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Especially
I find
when
money
you're
that
trying
I
to
don't
win.
have. I find money that I don't have.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know how I got that.
You don't need it. Rock crawler.
Exactly. Why? Rock crawler. That's why. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm blown away at how far everybody's traveling, you know?
Yeah.
You guys travel the series. I mean, that's all over the country.
Yeah, we'll be in Farmington, New Mexico,
Yeah, we do.
Texas, Utah.
And I think there's one in Tennessee coming up, I think they said.
Yeah, we'll be there. That's close for us, though. That's only like 17 hours, 16 hours.
Is this the closest one for you guys?
This is the closest. This is like 13 hours. The next one is 16, I think. It's Tennessee.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I'm just there.
What park is it at Tennessee? Do you know?
It's not. It's Kizzers. It's like it's people's private property.
Oh, really?
Like a back of like a,
It's a cool area.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like
That's
the back of
interesting.
a ranch type area. And they've got this big hillside. It's just got a lot of big ups and downs.
Yeah, they got a
rock
big
boulders.
field, and then it's just a big hill in the middle of
Yeah.
the field with big, just giant boulders on it. They do a big fireworks show and big area for spectators to come and
Huh.
watch. It's super cool.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it is neat. It's just it's a good viewing area. A lot of people come to watch it, and it's good. But this is unfortunately the closest for us.
Yeah.
Almost 13 hours.
What's the hardest event? You know, obviously we have like the King of the Hammers of Ultra 4. What's like the big event for rock crawling?
Trailbreaker.
Yeah, I would probably say so.
So Sand
Yeah,
Hollow.
yeah.
Trailbreaker?
Most likely Trailbreaker.
I've heard big things about Trailbreaker, and I've always wanted to go. And I don't think I've had anybody local ever go out, so I've never really had much of like a reason to go. But
Your reason
that
to
I've-
go is because we're telling you to go, and you should go.
Now that I've met all you guys here at this event this week, and I think I have a reason to. show up
There's
and hang
so
out.
much there.
Oh well,
I
I've
mean,
been to
it's-
San Hollow a few times to
the-
wheel myself.
The event,
but
though,
never the
it's
event.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so
seen
the-
some pictures.
The stuff that these guys are doing out there is next level.
Yeah.
I mean, this is technical, and don't get me wrong, it's hard and doesn't seem legitimate. But like I said, you take that cone out of the picture, you move 3 inches, and it's easy. It's like there are guys right now who are watching the replay of today, and they're going, "I never read up that. That's nothing. It's nothing."
That's what
They
everybody
don't, and they
says.
don't come compete, but yet they'll all talk about us. Well, and all of us that are competing, they'll go, "Oh, I went after the comp was over, and I drove right up that."
Yeah, we
They're
drove
like-
it when there weren't
Yeah,
cones or
yeah.
time limits or
So
rules or anything.
they-
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you drove over the spot where the cone was, because that's what made it hard, was that you had to miss the cone in order to make it.
Right.
If you just put your foot to the floor and just weave up it, it's still hard, but you don't have to worry about hitting the cone. Who cares?"
Right.
So Trailbreaker has cones and well, not cones, but has flags and a way you have to go through it in an order. But it's big, giant, hard stuff.
Yeah.
The cone is not what's making the obstacle so hard. You know,
Gotcha.
it's like it's next level shit. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, wow.
Well, there was a couple guys in comp buggies. A couple of them were single seats, and I came up on them, and they were going up like a big crack.
hmm
Like it was at Sand Hollow. I couldn't even tell you where it was
Mhm.
exactly, but they were climbing through this crack, and I'm telling you right now, there's consequences
Oh yeah.
there where I'm sure that one faulty move and that tire drops
Yeah.
down in there, and that
Mhm.
car's sitting in there sideways. I mean, what's the next move? Park 2 cars on top and winch them out,
Yeah, they call
Yeah,
it fishing.
that's
They
what you do,
fish 'em
yeah.
out.
fish them.
I had a really scary time a couple years ago during Trailbreaker. I was going up, and it was the last gate of the last course. And I was sitting on it, and I'm trying. I just can't make it. My first time driving this car I'm in right now. It's my first time in it. I had qualified in my old car, and then my transmission went on that, and I happened to be picking up the new car at that event. And I went, I guess I'm driving my new car. I took it out for like 2 hours just to like kind of see how it feels. And then I was thrown right into the event, and I don't know, I did great. I got third. My buddy over there, Brett, won it. That was awesome. But we went, and in that last gate, I hit it something wicked, and I just fell in there really weird. I rolled over backwards, and I landed on the edge of just, how big do you think that cliff was, Dad?
25, 30 feet. He was like right on the.
Oh my God, dude! I rolled over, and my car stopped just like halfway off the giant ledge.
Everybody's like, "Don't move. We're gonna put a winch on you right now."
Of course, I'm not moving. I'm like, get a winch on me right now.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, the consequences are great when you're hanging off of cliffs like that.
You know, it is
It adds
scary.
excitement.
Yeah, it does. And the stuff that we're doing is is crazy, and especially the daily wheeling, the trails that are getting broken. They're really not even trails. I mean, they're just unbelievable. I mean, it's a trail, but for most people, you wouldn't hike through it on foot, let alone drive a vehicle through it,
Right.
So you look at what's going on and what they're doing. It's just so far beyond what it is. But I guess the builders that are building these cars are so advanced now. Like we talk about for us, it's Jesse Haynes Fabrication does our portal axles and Charlie's car, and then I have my Iron Man car by Jeff McKinley. And you look at the products that these guys are putting out there, and like these other guys will talk about their cars and stuff too, and they're just the top level best stuff there is. And when you're in these cars, you learn to trust them, that they're so good, so strong, so predictable. They do so much so well that it gives you this confidence and feeling like I can try almost anything and give it a go. I mean, it is crazy, like I said, the stuff that the cars do. But also when you have these high consequence things, like people look at where you could roll over or something. Well, you do think about that, and you think about your seat belts and your harness, but you'd think about who built your car. I mean, is it chromoly? Is it, is it TIG welded and braced properly? Is it an experienced builder? Like you have a top guy building it. Not saying that there aren't plenty of guys that aren't these names building cars that are amazing, but that all comes into play, especially as a dad, putting my son in these situations. And I always say I'm lucky that I get to do this with him. And these builders, not only do I trust them for what I'm doing, I'm an idiot. I put a helmet on, I'll drive through anything. I told you, put a camera on me, forget it. We're going to, between me and Matt, it'll be ridiculous what we do. And I put him in a car and let him go. You got to have a lot of trust in the parts, the things, because there's a lot that can go wrong. So you have these guys building these cars that make those cracks and those things. Yeah, you might have to get winched out of it, or you may roll off a cliff or something, but the car is going to do its job, protect you, and the parts are top-notch and built in a way that you can try to do things that are not, I mean, let's face it does not look realistic, the stuff that we're doing.
No, it looks like a video game.
Yeah, like that can't possibly be, Yeah, there's just no way. And it's cool to be in an era. I come from the time where we had 31 spline front axle shafts, our stub shafts, and when we got 35 spline stub shafts in the front of a Dana 60, it was like, yeah, as long as I don't turn the wheel when I'm on the throttle, I won't break it.
Yeah.
Now we're like steering 50-something degrees.
They were going through the trail, someone's broken. We're like, well, what do you got? What do you need? 35 spline? We're like, 35 spline.
Yeah, if you don't have portal axles, and you got to have 40 spline if you don't have portals.
Right.
It's like the standard now. And back in the day, it was like nobody did that.
Yeah.
But now it's generally the parts are so strong and the builds are so good on the top quality cars. It gives you the ability to do this kind of stuff. And I'm sure, like you said, with racing, you get some of these guys that build stuff that they have it dialed in. And they know what's going on. And we pride ourselves in, we can get sponsors for a lot of different stuff, but we really try. We're lucky we have some sponsors for stuff that we bought before, and then they came on board as sponsors because we believed in the product. And that's always been a big thing with us. We like, and we want to use what we have. It's not like someone's throwing us free stuff and we're like, yay,
Yeah.
It's like
There's plenty of that around with everybody everywhere. But
Sure.
we stick to the people we believe in, and even if they're not helping us out, we'll wait around, and we're gonna, if they want to help us out, they'll help us out. If not, we're still gonna use it because we don't want to throw a piece of garbage on our car.
Yeah. It's the best when it's the best parts. You just you use it and hope it does the best thing for you. And
that's what we
at the end of the day, you start winning. I mean, you guys, obviously it's working.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, just as equally as big as the parts, the people we're lucky to be very friendly and good with all the people that we work with. They're all very nice, and we like them.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed you guys have some Brannick parts on your cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stan's my boy. So
Yeah,
I got to get
he's
Stan.
awesome.
I got to get Stan from Brannick Motorsports a shout out. So
Yeah,
Stan and Brandon.
last
No
year
doubt.
when I was here, me, Jesse Haynes, and Stan all went out to lunch. The second day, was it? I think it was before the shootout. We ended super early because we started in the morning. So we went out to lunch and we came back and we watched the shootout. But yeah, he's an amazing guy. He's known my dad for
Before there was Brannick, I know him.
Yeah.
You know, before there was his business.
Well, you were saying earlier that you're more of like you and Matt will go out and you guys will just do some wild stuff, especially if there's a camera out. What's the difference between you and the boy? Is it just you're trying to go after the professional? Did you guys grow up competing in rock crawling, or is
I only I said I was in my late. I mean, I don't even know what it was. 99 was when I really started. Doing my first competition was Top Truck Challenge in 99, but I don't have the patience anymore. I mean, I'm okay, but I don't have the patience, and I'd bully my way through stuff. I need stronger parts, and I don't like the cones in the way. I would rather go for the big obstacle and try something. And a lot of times I'm not successful. I'm like, yeah, okay.
it was worth it?
It's very different with him.
Yeah.
He's like, keeps picking away, trying.
Methodical.
Yeah.
How old are you?
18. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, young. That's you've been doing it for a long time. Obviously, sitting on his lap,
Yeah.
driving rock
Yeah.
crawlers.
It
So, I
was
mean,
totally different from what we're in now. It was 99-inch wheelbase, no rear steer, little Jeep-based buggy, but still super fun. We had that. And we had when I started my whole thing, Big Silver. I still use the email for it. It's so funny. Every time I try to give my email out, I'm like, should have changed this like 3 years ago.
that's funny.
But we called it Big Silver because it was a big silver Jeep-looking buggy. It had an Aqualoo Industries tub on it. It was a full custom tube chassis, rear steer, trophy truck axles in it. Big, badass, cool. It was like you race through the desert and you're going 80 in it, and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you get some gnarly rock stuff in it.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on. That and the little 99-inch wheelbase buggy, which I drove for a while. And when we were in that stuff, we'd go out to Sand Hollow, we'd see what these guys are doing, and I'd be like, I saw a video of these guys doing this, and we'd go and look at it and be like, this isn't possible. And then a couple years later, I go back and I'm like, I think I could try it. I'm like, I could, but you go first. I'd go like our buddy Dave Wong was there at it was King's Crack. It's like nothing now to us. But my first time looking at it, I was in the other buggy and I was like, this is insane. And then I went with my 3-link car, which one of our friends, Brian Malik, bought from us, and he has it here too. It's the gold car. It used to be, used to be red. I looked. We were with Dave Wong, Matt Jory, and maybe a couple more people. And Dave Wong was like, yeah, come on, you can do it. I'm like, can you just go ahead of me, please? I just want to watch you do it. I'll follow you. And that started my whole like, oh, okay, this big stuff I looked at that I was like, this can't be possible. How are there tire marks 50 feet in the air all the way up this huge crack? I started just going, I guess maybe I can do some of this stuff.
So wild. And the cars have come so far. Obviously, you've talked about like the tech in the cars. So that gives you that extra bit of confidence to go do the bigger, gnarlier sections. I'm sure that it's only going to get more. I saw a video not too long ago, and I think it's in Sand Hollow. You guys can correct me if I'm
probably
wrong.
them.
Where you can see the obstacle from the other side, so you can like see the bottom of the car coming up this crack, and then it like crests over and drops in.
Oh, liberal tears, I bet you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever it is, I've seen a few people do it. I don't know if you guys have done it, but it doesn't look possible. Even when the car is physically coming off the top of that, I'm like, what is this? Doesn't even look
that
real.
obstacle. They don't even get the hard part on video. The drop isn't even the hard part. It's getting up to the drop. There's a giant crack on the backside, it's super fun. But
yeah, now that you say it, I don't think I've ever seen the part of people climbing up
and
the
it's
first part.
It's awesome. It's so much fun.
Well, I mean, I guess if you've made it to the part where you're cresting over the top, you already know you made it up the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do roll coming off the end, but
I feel like we gotta get into the trash talk. Like, let's break things down. It's hard enough, the terrain, right? But you guys are doing this for competition.
Yeah.
Right. So who are the hardest ones that you're looking out for out on these rocks?
those guys right there.
All these ones right behind us?
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
The Dickies, yeah.
Those are
Dang.
you go to an event and everyone's hard. Everyone puts up a challenge for it, but you go, who really am I looking out for? Well, there's Brett and Matt. There's definitely. And then you got to think who else is going.
Mike
'Cause
Brassanini.
Yeah, Mike Brassanini.
Mike Brassanini is a
There's
contender always too.
Dale, when Dale's doing unlimited, he's always good.
Yeah. There's a handful of guys that are on their game and they're on it. But you'll have them on next. I told you that when I said that's who you need to meet.
Yeah.
I would go out and say without. I don't think anybody would argue the fact that right now they're probably the top two guys I would say in the world are Brett and Charlie. I mean, there's nobody. Brett has really won almost everything there is, and Charlie's nipping at his heels, or every once in a while squeaks by on him on something, and we're working on trying to make that beat him every time.
I love the rivalry. It's great, but that breeds competition.
It does,
and it's great. I mean, you're bringing up two young boys in a friendly competition.
Easy with the friendly stuff,
I mean, you guys aren't throwing bows yet, but we can start.
If you get a ring set up here, I told you it would be a different story, But it is good, and I've always said there's nothing I wouldn't do for his son, because I know one thing his dad and I talk about, and Mike Brassanini and I talk about with the boys. We spend a tremendous amount of time with our kids, which we're the luckiest men in the world to be able to do this. Not because we have these great cars and we do this incredible, because we're spending time with our children. And then a lot of times when you're as competitive and you push as hard as we do, we put our children from a young age in very adult situations and give them incredible responsibility and incredible things to deal with. And most of their friends can never understand that. They're riding a bicycle, right? And they want to go to the deli is a big deal if they can ride to town. We're saying drop off a 30-foot cliff.
Maybe when you were a kid.
In a $100,000 rock crawler. And do me a favor, don't drive into the crowd and kill anybody.
Right.
Right. And do me a favor, try to do that without backing up. And do me a favor, don't hit that cone.
Yeah.
Right. And I can't put a strap on you to keep you safe because that costs points. So you're just going to have to do that,
Yeah.
So we put them in these situations. And my big thing is when we do this, I always say these young men, these kids, even some of the young girls and stuff now, they need to know that all of us are looking out for them, that we know that they're in these situations and we're all proud of them and what they're doing and the levels they're competing on. I always joke, I say one of my greatest things I say is, I beat Brett Dickey once. I mean, he rolled and broke his car, but I still beat him once. Yeah, I like to, be able to say that. And I beat my son a couple of times. I'm like, yeah, I could have let him win. Not a chance,
Not a chance.
But these young kids that are young adults now are doing incredible stuff, and I'm proud of all of them when I watch them out there. And everybody that watches the sport, they have to know that what these kids are doing is not easy. It's very, very difficult. The mindset and the concentration and understanding the vehicle, like you were saying, it's hard to look at all that and know what to do. A video game is difficult to understand, but by no means is it as hard as driving a vehicle like that, especially when they're doing it before they're even allowed to drive a regular car,
And the consequences aren't just, reset the car and go again.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. My analogy with the video game was more just about learning a bunch of different buttons. You have no idea what they do, so you're just learning the vehicle. Yeah. There's zero consequence in a video game. So if anyone thinks that you're just getting the same thrill from a video game, you're dead wrong. You're looking down a 40-foot straight drop into rocks and a crowd. That's a lot of responsibility.
So I that's one thing I always just say, that I'm incredibly proud of my son and his friends and all the competitors that we know from all across the country and the world that do this. All the competitors are really, in general, really, really great and supportive. But the young men and women that are doing it, I'm super, they're the next ones taking on and doing more, but they're also incredibly talented, and their composure, because we as adults, sometimes our emotions run high and then we take it out on them a little bit, and they really, they do a great job with what's going on. I'm proud of them.
Oh, that's great, dude. I love that.
Good.
You said it. You said it best. I mean, I'm so happy to hear you say that, because there's been something that's special about off-road. And I've interviewed a lot of different people. And this podcast has brought us in front of some really incredible people, especially in the Ultra 4 world,
Yeah.
And everybody has been so supportive. And I feel like, even though, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, I love the competitive aspect. I love that you guys have a bit of a rivalry. It helps push you, it helps you push to the next level. Yeah. But at the same time, everybody's out for everybody. At the end of the day, if you've got a part that he needs, you're going to hand it over because you want to beat him at the best, the best that
Yeah.
he can be.
Don't want to beat you because you're broken.
Exactly. Which is a really cool part about the sport. Most people
No
don't have
doubt
that
about it.
mentality.
Yeah.
So I love that part of it, and I think I'm not going to push it any farther. It's darn near 11 o'clock at night, and maybe
Yeah.
even past at this point.
I've only worked about a half a day today, so it's not too bad.
That's all right. Well, and there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's always tomorrow. There's more. You guys haven't finished out this weekend yet, so there's
yeah,
still
we got more to do.
a lot more fun to go. And we just saw a couple cars get broke today. So I mean, there's guys probably fixing their cars in the pits right now. So
I mean, I broke my car before I even went on course. I was checking something and I saw that something else was broken. So that was a few hours this morning trying to get that fixed before I even went on the course.
yeah, it's always something with the motorsports.
yeah.
You're going to be fixing stuff.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
There's never a time when it isn't.
Yeah.
I'm really, really pumped that you guys were able to sneak up here tonight and come on and hang
Thank
out
you
for
for
a
having
little
us.
bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's so much more to talk about, but I'm really glad we were able to make the connection and
Nah, it was awesome.
get up here and hop on. And
Kyle is a great guy and knows good people. And when he said, you were doing this, and I trust his word. And if he says you're good, you're good. And if
Well, I
you're
appreciate
not, then you'd have to deal with me. So
well, that's all right.
that's terrible.
You find out. You find out. I trust Kyle a lot. Me and Kyle have had a lot of great talks in the last year or so, and Kyle's a big influence in my life currently. So
Yeah, well, that's a good and a positive thing for you then, because he's a good man.
yeah, he's great.
Good
He's great. He's opened a lot of doors, and this is one of them. This
Yeah.
is one of them. He's given us this awesome place to have podcasts with
Yeah.
some of the. Jesus Christ!
My wife's going to see this and be like, our dog is going to be so jealous and mad,
So funny.
And my wife was supposed to come with us, but last minute everything went wrong. We had stuff at the house, and she stayed home. I said, yeah. So she'll laugh
So
about it.
funny.
Hi, honey, I love you.
This would be a great segment to include at every podcast. We just unleash the dogs and see how well the guests handle it before they freak out.
Lather us up with a little barbecue sauce before we come in. What's that for? Don't worry about it. Just sit in the couch.
Where's the peanut butter?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as we sit on the black leather couch. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I said it earlier. It's like the casting couch here.
Sure. Certainly is. Yeah.
You guys got fishing poles? That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh. I
Where's
agree.
your head?
Right from here.
Yeah.
No
see?
doubt. I agree. I was saying we could try to get stuff off the rack and everything. Yeah.
Well, I love it.
right,
Charlie
well,
Senior,
okay.
Charlie Junior. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you spreading a little light on what we're doing, and good luck
let's
with
bring
this. I hope
let's
it
bring
goes
more
good.
people. It's WEROCK. You guys are the competition rock crawling that you compete in is WEROCK. Is there
Yeah.
other series other than WEROCK?
Really, we do Trailbreaker, which is through Rich Klein, and then we do Texas Top Gun Shootout, and then there's a new event that's coming on real strong in West Virginia, and it's Crazy Cruiser Motorsports. Cam Beasley's running a big event there. So we're kind of looking to do all those things, but WEROCK is really the mainstay right now. The goods are really taking it to the next level and working on it and keeping us going. So
Great.
for better or for worse.
Great. All right, guys. Well, is there any sponsor people you guys want to shout out and maybe follow you guys on social media? What your social media is, all that good stuff.
Our social media is Melchner Motorsports. We used to have a Facebook account. Got some weird, we got logged out of it, never got it back. So I haven't posted on that since actually here last year, I think was the last time I posted on Facebook. But we have YouTube, which I don't post on a lot. I got to start doing that more. But Instagram, post on Instagram all the time, Melchner Motorsports. Just post a bunch of fun stuff, what we're working on in the garage, the cars, competitions, updates on everything. We do have a lot of people who help us out and that we work with that I don't know off the top of my head right now.
Well, that's all right. You can
I know.
But
you know.
I do. Tom Woods
Let's go.
Drive Shafts. Paragon Venture Park was Kyle beforehand. I always say that was what really got us going. But Badlands is one of our premier sponsors. It takes care of us really well. We have Battleborn Wheels, Jesse Haynes Fabrication, Jeff McKinley with Ironman does a bunch for us as well. We have Radflow Shocks, does some custom work on our shocks and helps us out with it. We have, like I said,
I can pull out my phone and
we have
look, but that would
Warren
take a bit.
stepped up and gave us some winches and took care of us. And I said Tom Woods Drive Shafts. We got PSC recently got on board and set us up with a new pump. But like I said, we have some really good people. JM Rigging supplies us with special winch lines and ropes to pull on and stuff when we're out there working together. And that's off the top of my head. Those are the ones I know.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you call people up and you tell them you want to buy product and you want to use it because you believe in it, and then they offer to give it to you or take care of you. We get another company who does all those different products called 386 Motorsports. And they're like a big off-road shop out of Michigan, and they do a great job. They're one of our sponsors too.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I think, did I miss anybody?
Trying to look. I don't really have any service in here, but
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that's pretty good.
Well, we're
You got
close
it
on-
handled.
and we missed. Just look at this.
If you look at
Melchner
Melchner Motorsports on Instagram, our buggies are all over that, and all on the side of it says everyone, so you'll be able to read it there.
Perfect,
All right.
boys. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been fun to hop on here at Badlands and see what you guys do and learn more about it. I'm definitely impressed, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
bitching. Thanks. We'll see you later,
Yep.
guys.
Thank
See
you.
you guys
Thank
later.
you, guys.
Appreciate it.